Good Thursday morning on this August 21st. Yep, got the date right. This is enjoying my final cup of coffee here. Hope you enjoyed us on 14 News Sunrise. If not, our streaming platform, which we do each weekday morning at 8:30. I'll move this along. Good morning to you, Betty. Good morning to you, Laura, and down in Dawson Springs. Heat index is not going to be much of a factor. We're going to do a track on Hurricane Erin in a moment. It's not going to have any impact on our weather. So the heat index, second straight day, we're going to feature temps below normal. Keep in mind, earlier in the week, we had the heat index up as high as 110, and generally out over the next few weeks, not going to be much of a factor. The next time we could be up to about 90 to 95 for a feel-like temperature would be on Saturday, and during that time frame, we would be looking at high temps near 90. So if you have travel concerns, you're fine in Florida and down through Pascagoula and then up to Gulf Shores. We showed you a live pic from Myrtle Beach. There's one live pic in from Myrtle Beach. You guys are good to go. It's the Outer Banks where they made the evacuations there in North Carolina up into Virginia. And I'm going to show you a live look up where there's surfers out there in New Jersey. It's still a Category 2, but down from 160 miles an hour when it was a Cat 5 on Sunday, and then a few mornings ago it had winds at 140, so it's going to venture out Cat 2 off the coast, and then up in the North Atlantic, you get out there and about where the Titanic is, but it'll be a Cat 1 in the pre-dawn hours on Saturday. It lurks out in the colder waters. Of course, hurricanes feed off the warm ocean waters, and then they die when they no longer can feed off of that. Let me see if I can call up a shot. I'm going to try here in a moment. I don't know where. I'm going to kind of guess. I put this here in OTT1, and I'll take that. There we go. I pulled that off. It's a miracle. Casey said I just saw a miracle from BD and Mitch as well. This is up in, I'll put my glasses on. This is up in New Jersey. You had some surfers out. Of course, they recommend nobody goes in the water because of especially when the tide's up, the rip currents out there. Looks like folks are doing a pretty good job, but I've seen some surfboards out there, and that's out in New Jersey. And it's very tranquil down in South Carolina. But again, they have some tropical storm warnings off the coast there, but mainly they're down in North Carolina and then into Virginia. So, all right, I'll bring that back. I pulled that off. All right. And then we'll push it forward. Taking a look at our weather here on Doppler radar. We have no showers out there right now, but we talked on 14 News Sunrise with winds out of the northeast, pivoted against the westerly winds. A few sprinkles as we go out into the afternoon hours. So clouds will thicken up. We're kind of looking at, and we'll take a look at the cloud chart in a moment, kind of cloudy to mostly cloudy skies as we go to the afternoon. 81, that snapped the heat, and that was coolest weather we've had. Coolest day so far in the month of August. More will follow, especially as we go into next week. We could even see some record lows, and this is an easy call. It's been our driest month of the year. We've only had 7100ths in the rain gauge. That is it overall. So we're going to make a few adjustments here. We'll take this full. 71 out at the airport, 73 in Greenville at this hour, and it's 68 up in Washington. Temperatures aren't doing a whole lot. And this is the trend overall. We're going to be well underneath the average. Connie, Laura, Russell, good morning to you guys. Betty, Linda, and again, Connie, Jeff Miller, 70 out in Saval. He's loving it. That's out in western Posey County. Jeff Miller, we appreciate it. All right, all purple here across the board. I haven't seen anything like this since you have to go back into winter when we had that cold snap, but we're going to be solidly below average. Boy, this is a bonus in summertime. I mentioned could even see some record lows as we go into next week, especially next Wednesday morning. I believe that's the first day of school in McLean County and down in Muhlenberg as well, where you guys will be off to your first day of school there with jackets. Drier than average. This is the trend. And I might have loaded up one additional map looking at the 14-day outlooks. So overall, the trend, this takes us out to the 4th of September. You don't see the purple, but a pattern change will still be slightly below normal. Of course, this summer, anytime we've cooled off, it's just been briefly, and then we've heated right back up. But keep in mind, we're losing a little bit of daylight. And here in the Northern Hemisphere, across the tri-state, we are losing more heat than we pick up on average. And of course, that trend will continue until early February. Cloud guidance, kind of overcast skies. I was looking at 3 different cloud charts, cloud layers, so it's good enough for mostly cloudy skies. As we go forward here, the mowing forecast, car wash forecast, you're looking pretty good. Low humidity out there. There's that 15% chance for a sprinkle or two. So I know some folks, invariably this would be a surprise. It was like, we didn't know we had rain in the forecast, but it's just some spotty sprinkles. So it's not going to be sprinkle or rain-mageddon or anything like that. And you can see this here on the in-house guidance with these northeasterly winds. You'll see some spotty sprinkles out there. Some of this will be virga, where it dries up before it reaches the surface. And then Thursday and Friday, we'll acknowledge it's going to be sunny and dry, low humidity. Let's go to the future. Another front, and this time air doesn't have time to modify. It's been a while since we've had winds out of the north in August for like 5-6 days in a row, but that's the trend that we're looking at. This takes us into Wednesday. Winds will steer more out of the west during that time frame. And as we take the 7-day forecast full, look at this. This is what you would see. We talked on 14 News Sunrise. We're going to compare this to what we actually have during Fall Festival Week in October, because 79 Monday, 78 on Tuesday, and a 79 on Wednesday. That low there of 51 next Wednesday, as I grab that full, that would be teetering. Of course, the sponsors in front of it. That would be teetering close to a record low, especially some of the outlying areas cascade into the upper 40s. So that's a 7-day forecast you might see in late September or even early October. Enjoy. I know we're in the market for some showers. Mitch and Casey giving me the hard rap. They'll be in a moment. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of the 8:30 stream show. It is Thursday, August 21st. I'm Mitch Carter.
That's right. That makes me Casey Mason. All right,
does.
thanks for hanging out with us today. We've had a good morning so far. It's going to be a delightful day out there.
It is.
Byron kind of recap that for you. You know the drill with us, though. We're going to recap some of those headlines. So what we're going to talk about today, some lighter news stories here. We're going to talk first Powerball, and then we're going to talk some fall events coming up. So let's kick it off with the Powerball. Let's rock and roll here.
Let's do it.
Mitch, I'll let you take this one
You
away.
got it.
I'll pull
Well,
up the
she
video.
mentioned there, big news this morning for Powerball players. Nobody matched all the numbers in last night's drawing, which means that jackpot is now up to $700 million.
Wow.
Take the cash option, you'll walk away with $316 million. Next drawing is set for Saturday night at 10 o'clock Central Time. I know it's about half, obviously, of the $700, but that is still life-changing money.
Just a measly, $316
No big
mil,
deal.
guys. I don't even know where to begin with that.
Yeah.
So.
You and me both.
Anyways, okay, so fall it's on the horizon, folks. It's not quite here yet. We'll give you a little bit more time to enjoy the end of your summer here, but we are talking about a lot of fall events coming up. Now, this one's really cool. This is right up my alley. First of all, I love Holiday World, and I really like this event that they're having, so I thought we would share some more about it today. So, big event. It's actually kicking off today, Mitch. It's at Holiday World, as I said, and it's the Thursday Night Bites event, kicking off tonight. Officials say it's an extension of the park's new Summer Wind Down event that they've been having, which I think sounds really fun. If you do miss out tonight, it's also going to be happening next Thursday as well. And then starting tomorrow, it's going to be the return of Friday Night Live. So this is a weekly event. It features nighttime drink specials along with live entertainment and just your chance to ride your, I think this is so cool, favorite rides at nighttime. That's like a whole new experience than during the day. Now, the event is happening every Friday through October 24th. So, and hey, speaking of fall,
That's right. Well, now we are just 46 days out from the Fall Festival. A reminder here, it has been named one of the 10 best fall festivals in the United States by USA Today. It was voted #1 in the nation for the past 2 years here, so looking for a three-peat. We'll see. Voting runs through September 8th. You can find a link on our website to do so at 14news.com. And at last check here, the Fall Festival was currently in first place, so looking to pull another one out here. We'll
yes,
see.
I think that is really cool. Like I said, I lived away for about 10 years and then moved back to the area. And when I would tell people where I am from and I would say Evansville, the first thing that they would say is, oh yeah, that's where the Fall Fest is. So hey guys, they know us for the Fall Fest, that's for sure. And speaking of the Fall Fest, their signature entertainment event is gearing up to find the Tri-State's most talented, that's right, singers, dancers, and other performers made their way to Mater Dei High School last night to try out for Amateur Hour. I love some of the video that's playing right now of these acts. Definitely something fun to check out. Those that are selected will have a chance to perform during the Fall Festival, and then hopefully they'll win their age division and they'll get to receive a cash prize and a trophy. But actually one act has already got a little bit of a leg up on the competition this year. Take a look.
We've both performed at Fall Fest before in solos, in groups together.
Just last year, Audrey won the college division for a solo act on guitar.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so if you'd like to give your talent a chance on the stage, tryouts are going to continue from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight.
There you go.
And you know what I'm about to tell you. I'm going to repeat this story that I shared on air. I've totally done that talent show. I've done it twice, actually. I remember being so nervous. I auditioned there on the big stage. I believe it was at Mater Dei High School, even back in my day. And the first year I did a country music song by the Dixie Chicks. It was called Let Her Rip. And I had just choreographed the whole thing in my bedroom. My mom and dad were so proud. And then about like a year later, I hit the stage again and I brought my yodeling talents to the stage. Guys, don't ask me to do it. I won't unless maybe I'm in the good mood.
She's a triple threat.
Hilarious. It's so funny. I wish I could find the videos, which is back before like iPhones and stuff.
Right.
It's all on like a, tape somewhere in the attic. But oh my goodness. So when I think of Fall Fest, I think of young little Casey up there just performing her heart out at the talent show. And you, Mitch Carter, said never in a million years will
Absolutely
you see this
not.
man. No yodeling in your future.
No, I appreciate it. I think it's really cool. This job is enough speaking publicly for me. I'm good. This
I was
is
so
pushing
brave
it
as
even.
a kid. I looked
Yeah,
as an
not me.
adult. I'm like, I don't know if I'd get up and do that. So props to those kids. Have
Absolutely.
fun with it. Enjoy yourselves. Congrats to the folks that do advance to the talent show like myself. I lost in the show, though. I did not win the trophy or the cash
That's
prize.
okay.
So as
Look
a
at you
kid, hey, just went and got some funnel cake afterwards.
That's what it's all about. Speaking of that, it's coming up here. All that great food out there, all the nonprofit booths, all that great stuff.
Yes.
It does come quick. I feel like we were just talking about this huge heat wave in July. Now it's
know.
cooler. Fall festival's coming. All those good things. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, what gets me is, like you said, it's so fast. I'm already seeing like fall decorations out in the stores, and I'm like, wait a minute, oh my goodness! And then before you know it, Christmas, and my mother-in-law is already asking what we want for Christmas, and I'm like, is it okay? Let's
Get your
slow
list
down.
ready.
Slow down. Before we go, just like 2 quick heads up here for you, if you don't mind. Want to go ahead and plug our podcast.
Take it away.
I got to while I'm here. So new podcast with our dear friend out here, Aaron Weeks. Such a great person. A dear friend of ours and coworker, Aaron Weeks, runs kind of digital behind the scenes. Oh, he is now in front of the scenes, co-hosting a brand new podcast with myself. It's called What's the Trend, and we release an episode every Friday.
There you go.
Yeah, so if you guys want to check it out, it's like an entertainment podcast. It does not hold a candle to Jeff Lyons' Inside Look, of course, but we're new, we're trying.
Yes.
Bear with us. It gets better each week, I think. We're getting into a groove, talking about everything from movies, music, sports, and local events as well. So we hope you listen. We would appreciate it.
And speaking of Inside Look, I don't want to give anything away, but is there a chance the What's the Trend crew ends up with Jeff on air?
Tease
Maybe?
for our listeners and viewers today. You are correct, sir. Yeah, I think we're going to be guests on Inside Look soon to kind of talk more about our new podcast. So I love podcast supporting podcasts out there.
You guys have made it big.
you,
the
Jeff.
Jeff Lyons seal
Truly.
of approval.
We were like, of course, we would be honored. When Jeff Lyons said, "Hey guys, love the show," Aaron and I were both like, "We've made it. We've done
You
it."
did it big.
So
There you are.
what's the trend? You can find it wherever you stream your podcast. Go to 14news.com. Also, our YouTube channel as well. If you'd like to, no pressure. It's definitely kind of a fun side of myself and Aaron, and we may have special guest Mitch Carter on
We'll see.
sometime.
We'll see
There is a
if-
sports segment. He says hard pass.
Maybe.
And then finally, I'm going to go on a little trip Friday through next Wednesday. So I will not be joining. You will be holding it down each morning.
It's going to be a guy's day
a
out
true
there.
hero.
Just me and Byron. And then I think next week, I believe Byron's off as well to start the week off. It's
Yeah.
going to be me and Arden, I assume.
I think
or
I believe Arden's filling in
Yeah.
for Byron, who filled in for it. Yeah. So we got
Arden or
some-
Michael Thecka. Somebody would be out there
Someone will
with me.
be
It's
here.
not just me. But yeah, you're off
Yeah.
tomorrow and then through Wednesday. And it'll be myself and Byron tomorrow. And then myself and a meteorologist Monday
Someone
and
who can
Tuesday
do
or
the
Wednesday.
weather.
But by the end of the week, we'll have the whole crew back together once
Yes.
again.
I'll be
So,
back Thursday. I'm looking forward to a little trip to Charleston. Thankfully, the hurricane
Yeah.
was a close call, but I think we're gonna have a good time. So
doubt.
I'll be sure to rub it in your face when
Please
you're
do.
at the
Send
desk at
pictures.
5 a.m. but I'll see you guys next Thursday.
Perfect.
So
Right
I'll
now,
do it.
though, yeah, I think we're good. You good?
I think so. I'll quit
Let's do
talking.
it. You're fine. It's 8:45 right now, 8:45. I think we're wrapping up right here. You guys go out there and enjoy your Thursday. Get ready for Friday. It's a beautiful day out there once again. Not too terribly hot. Enjoy the rest of our newscast here. We're back for more at 11 and 12. Of course, another stream show at 2:30. 4, 5, 6, and 10. You know the story there. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow once again at 8:30 for your Friday stream show.
That's right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We'll see you next time.